The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has resulted in significant casualties and displacement of civilians in Israel. Hamas coordinated attacks have caught Israel off guard, leading to a failure of intelligence on both Israel's and the United States' part. While Israel will likely prevail militarily, Hamas' ability to sustain its attacks has bolstered its standing, damaging the Palestinian Authority's influence. The conflict's real losers are the innocent civilians on both sides. India has supported Israel, emphasizing the brutality of Hamas' attack, although such strong support may affect India's relations with Arab countries. The conflict's brutality raises ethical questions about the pursuit of unattainable goals. This analysis prompts a reconsideration of approaches to conflicts like the Kashmir issue, urging a focus on compromise and ethical solutions.
World Food Day 2023, with the theme Water is Life, Water is Food, highlights the need for urgent action in managing water resources. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, and the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, emphasize the adoption of innovative and collaborative approaches to improve water management, conservation, and availability. Water availability significantly affects food and nutrition security, particularly in rain-fed agriculture like in India, where 60% of the net sown area is rain-fed. Adapting to climate change and promoting resilient and sustainable rain-fed production practices is crucial. There is an ongoing global awareness campaign in over 150 countries to safeguard water and ensure that no one is left behind.
In Chhattisgarh, the Congress Party is focusing its election campaign on regional pride and welfare initiatives, emphasizing Chhattisgarhi subnationalism for the first time since the state's formation in 2000. The party is highlighting direct benefit transfer schemes and higher prices on forest produce, targeting rural and tribal communities. The BJP, the main opponent, accuses the government of corruption and unfulfilled promises, fielding candidates from the other backward classes, OBC. The Congress has dropped 8 sitting MLAs, potentially leading to internal dissent. Both parties claim credit for reducing violence in Bastar. Other contenders include the AAP, Janta Congress Chhattisgarh, and the Bahujan Samaj Party, but the main battle is expected between the Congress and the BJP.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced at the International Olympic Committee session in Mumbai that India is eager to host the 2036 Olympic Games and is also interested in hosting the Youth Olympics as a precursor. This move signifies India's global ambitions and desire to utilize the Olympics as a soft power medium, following the success of the Asian Games where India won 107 medals. While India aims to benefit from its sporting achievements, the nation faces the challenge of managing the costs and complexities associated with hosting mega events, considering the evolving criteria set by the IOC.
Claudia Goldin, the 2023 Nobel Prize winner in economics, has been a prominent advocate for understanding and addressing gender inequality in the workforce. She argued that women's lower pay and limited career opportunities are primarily due to their inability to take on jobs with demanding responsibilities, often because of parental duties. Greedy workplaces, demanding long hours and irregular schedules, contribute to this disparity. Golden emphasized the need to restructure workplaces, fostering a work-life balance for both men and women. In India, increasing women's participation in the service sector, improving male involvement in household responsibilities, and creating supportive work and social environments are vital steps to achieving gender equality in the workforce.
The industrial sector in Andhra Pradesh is facing challenges due to steep increases in power charges. Energy-intensive industries are particularly affected by additional charges such as fuel and power purchase cost adjustment charges, grid charges, and true-up charges. Several units have shut down due to rising production costs, reduced demand, and higher power charges. Industrial consumers are burdened with true-up charges, increasing the per-unit cost of power. The Andhra Pradesh Chambers of Commerce and Industry Federation have requested the government to reduce minimum demand charges and postpone proposed enhancements to electricity duty charges to support struggling industries.
The ongoing military conflict between Israel and Hamas falls under international humanitarian law (IHL) as an armed conflict, obliging both parties to abide by IHL regulations. IHL dictates that combatants must distinguish between civilians and military targets and that attacks must be proportionate. Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians are illegal, as are Israel's disproportionate responses causing civilian casualties. Additionally, hostage-taking, as done by Hamas, is a recognized war crime. Israel's plan to block supplies to Gaza amounts to collective punishment, violating IHL, and the warning to evacuate is ineffective due to the existing blockade. Both sides must respect IHL obligations, and investigations into war crimes should be conducted.
The United Nations Security Council has approved a foreign security mission, led by Kenya, to restore security, protect critical infrastructure, and control violence in Haiti. The country has experienced a surge in violence due to armed groups seizing control of large parts, resulting in nearly 2,800 deaths between October 2022 and June 2023. The intervention was prompted by Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry's request for international support after gangs disrupted the main fuel port, causing widespread crisis. The mission aims to improve security conditions, support the Haitian National Police, secure ports, and create a conducive environment for elections. The force's size remains unspecified. The US pledged $100 million in support but won't send troops.
French startup Mistral AI, backed by $113.5 million in seed funding, has launched a 7.3 billion parameter language model, positioning itself as a European contender in AI. The model, released on GitHub under the Apache 2.0 license, competes with Meta's Llama 2 and outperforms it in multiple benchmarks, including accuracy in language understanding tests. However, some users have raised concerns about the model's lack of safety guardrails, prompting Mistral AI to address the issue and seek community feedback to enhance safety mechanisms. Unlike some competitors, Mistral AI has chosen to keep its foundational model unlobotomized.
German physicists have developed a quantum engine to convert the energy difference between two quantum states of atoms into work, applying classical engine principles to the subatomic realm. The researchers used a gas of lithium-6 atoms and adapted their state using a magnetic field to make them behave like bosons. The quantum engine demonstrated 25% efficiency, which the researchers aim to increase to 50% or more in the future. The technology opens avenues for studying quantum thermodynamics and potential applications in areas such as quantum computing. However, the team needs to devise a way to transfer the generated energy to an external system.
Estivation, or estivation, is a biological phenomenon where animals enter a prolonged period of dormancy in response to high temperatures or drought-like conditions. This survival strategy helps conserve energy and water during challenging times. Animals in estivation seek shelter in cool underground burrows or cocoons, reducing metabolic activity and energy consumption. Examples include the West African lungfish, which secretes a mucus cocoon during droughts, and desert tortoises that retreat into burrows in hot summer months. Land snails seal themselves in their shells with a mucus plug, remaining inactive until conditions improve, avoiding desiccation and predation risks.